Alright guys, we're back with another fucking video. I just want to give a huge thanks to the fucking GGS23 for those nice 5,000 views. Yeah, I really appreciate it. We're just fucking covering it. I don't really like to say that I'm biased or anything. I just, give what I see as to be my opinion. The way I see it, I just see what it is and I'm just saying what I see, dude. So, a lot of people might disagree, but it's whatever. Let's just get into this shit. Let's see what's actually going on in fucking India/Pakistan right now. Let's take a gander.
A few hours ago. Take a look at this.
I'm still streaming this.
Jammu is a city in India. Is it or a place in India? Is that correct?
Finding out why the fat man's delayed right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jammu and Kashmir, both? Okay. It's a state? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like states over there. Similar to the
all
US.
Drones that are being shot down?
Yep.
There's no
Drone
audio
strikes,
for this
dude.
either.
So, grab the Predator drone!
Oh, wow. Look at them
They're
all.
using the Predator
Jammu
drone.
raid under attack by Pakistani drones.
Air raid, sirens on intercepted, activated, blackouts, airport. But yeah, I think the last video that we covered, we literally saw the whole city just get blacked out live on feed. I saw that what happened live, dude. That was crazy. Yeah, man.
Wow. Somebody said they're doing something now?
Is on Pakistan. The first provocation came
Oh,
from
here we
their
go.
side. India gave a measured, focused, and
You think
non-escalatory
it's fake?
response, targeting only terrorist strikes in Operation Sindoor, not Pakistani military installations, not Pakistani civilian facilities, only terrorist training camps.
Only
the big
terrorist
ones
training
being
camps.
Bahawalpur and Muridke, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This is fucking, it's just crazy, dude. And then people be saying that fucking India is, doing some shit. No, dude. They're literally just killing terrorists. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's with all the support of terrorism recently, dude. It's just cool to support terrorism
this
and just
shit's
hate
all
Jews.
real.
Pakistan in no mood to de-escalate, it seems, as these images show you. Copy-pasting the Hamas playbook using cheap projectiles to target civilian facilities.
Why do you think
These
there's
are
not more live
images
coverage of
that
the footage
remind
of
you
the
of what
conflict?
happened in Israel, or what has been happening in
There
Israel over
could
the
be. It's
past
just
20
getting
months,
drowned out by fake stuff.
with missiles and strikes coming from Hamas.
Yeah.
Literally predicted
All
by
of these have been taken
1984.
down. India has
Wow, look at that.
deployed the S-400 missile defense system. It is something
Damn,
that
dude, that's crazy how desensitized people are nowadays. We're just so used to seeing this shit in Call of Duty and Battlefield and shit. And now when you're actually seeing it in real life, it's just damn, dude, take cover, bro. You know? Damn, dude.
India bought in 2018 from the Russians, and this is the first time that it has been used in a
So
combat
they're using
operation.
a Russian defense system. And these are
Yeah.
all drones that are coming in and attacking India?
We've seen
Oh, I'm
drills
scooping. Yeah,
in the
Danny's
past 2
coming,
days,
dude.
mock drills, blackout drills, and efforts to prepare the civilian population
Yeah,
to
tell them to
respond
bring woods or
to
something.
situations like these.
Wow.
And there's a blackout in place to ensure that the enemy cannot specifically target some areas.
Huh. So they don't even, they turn the power off
The
themselves.
pictures from Jammu, the airport was one of the
Holy
intended targets, the
shit.
civilian airport. All those attacks have been foiled. That is
Look at
what
this.
security forces are telling us.
Is this Pakistan attacking
Yeah,
India? Yes, it is.
We've also seen firing
Oh, terrifying,
along
yeah.
the line of
Oh,
control.
Chad, I need some water.
especially in Poonch and Kupwara. India has seen multiple civilian casualties in Pakistani shelling and firing that has been going on for the past few days.
You said copy.
Although India has taken care to avoid civilian casualties on the other side. Images from Bikaner, another border district in Rajasthan. Emergency meetings have been on in all these states, with chief ministers and security officials taking stock of the situation and ensuring that all measures are in place to avoid untoward incidents.
So they have it blacked out so they can't figure out
Better
where
to
to
err
attack.
on the side of caution
That's what
in
she's
situations
saying.
like these, and Indian authorities are on the job.
How long do you think it'll last?
Not that long, dude.
We are bringing
I
you
have
the
no
latest
idea.
of the Pakistani
Actually, I can't
attack
say.
on multiple locations in India. No damage has been reported, no damage to life or property as of now, but
Wow.
debris of the Pakistani projectiles is being collected and those areas are being sealed off. This is Amritsar in
So it's all
Punjab,
for
home
nothing?
to the
So it's
Golden
all for
Temple.
nothing.
In fact,
I wouldn't say
in the
nothing.
many strikes that we've seen from the Pakistani side, a Gurudwara was also one of the intended targets
Okay.
that the Indian agencies successfully
India's
managed
attacking back.
to foil.
Well, we'll see if that's happening. Stop spamming that. You've typed it like 5 times. You can't trust anything? You're right.
These are images from Udhampur in Jammu.
Honestly, I can't imagine being that guy in the car, you know, fucking screaming this shit out, telling people to get the fuck away from here, because, you know, there about to be drone strikes. Like, you know, you're just there, like, in the you're basically danger close before the danger. Like, dude, I couldn't imagine that, dude. Like, you're literally in the hotbed where it's about to get fucking, like, bombed, dude. Like, if you stay here too long, you will get bombed too, type shit. Like, oh my god, dude, I couldn't even. It's on some Randy Marsh shit. You know, like, oh my god.
And Jammu was one of the first cities that saw this attack from the Pakistani side.
That was the one that we were looking at earlier.
More than 8 missiles from Pakistan have been brought down in Jammu by Indian agencies
So
and
it's not
people
just
being asked to
drones,
take
it's
shelter,
missiles too.
not venture out of their homes. The blackout very much in place.
Airports across the country asked to enhance security measures. Indian Army debunks any
Oh
reports
man,
of
dude,
suicide.
yeah, now this is starting to affect the world, dude. Like, airports all around the world are fucking being told to increase their security and shit.
Attack. Oh,
Fuck.
that's good.
Yeah, that's always awesome. Damn,
The
Alonzo.
Indian government also
Fuck, this is actually gonna affect you, dude. Holy shit. Some kids going to the airport, chat. Like, tomorrow.
trying to fight fake news on social media because that is a real concern.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing
Fake
earlier.
news. Fake,
In fact,
fake
the
news.
government has issued orders, executive orders to social media platform X to block more than 8,000 accounts in India, subject to potential penalties, including significant fines and imprisonment of the company's local employees. So this is a very, very strict and stern order to X.
Good.
The platform's global government affairs team has issued a statement.
Yeah, that's what
They
some of you
are
guys
going
are
to
leaving in the
comply for
comments
now.
too.
We
W
understand.
India.
I mean, I appreciate that.
This is Barmer in Rajasthan, again a
I don't wanna
blackout
s-
in place, a border village.
I don't want to see them banned. I just want to see there be like a note. This is bullshit.
Like we said, a lot of social
Like, I'd
media
love to
accounts
see
Wait, what does
spreading
this say?
fake news.
Social media posts claiming a Fidayin attack on the Indian army are fake. Oh, man. Fidayin attack on the army, fake. What?
That would help out a
Official
lot.
agencies of the government of India have been at it trying to debunk fake news.
I
We on
assume all
First Post
Pakistan
have been
channels are
putting out
terrorists.
a lot of clarifications as well on stories doing the round, stories being shared widely
Yeah.
on
There's
social
a lot of
media
fake news already,
platforms
huh?
that are not correct. Old videos,
Misinformation.
old pictures that have nothing to do with India or Kashmir being shown as latest images.
I think that if you are found to be posting something like this, I think they should
I
ban
want to
your
repeat that we urge
monetization.
all our
Yeah.
viewers to
Because I think the reason why this misinformation
rely
is so
only on
popular.
trusted sources of information.
reason
and
why
we
it's
do
so
not
Like, I don't think they should prevent you from, from posting misinformation. Like, if you want to post some bullshit, that's on you. But at the same time, I don't think you should make money off of lying to people. Like, that's where you should draw the line. Like as soon as you start actually benefiting from lying to people and misleading people, and you know actually just giving them lies, that's where we have a problem. Like there's a difference between, you know, freedom of speech and then, you know, you making money off of like lying people, which is like fraudulent technically. Like you're actually doing fraud.
Yours because people are making money off of it.
Yeah.
Take away the incentive and you stop the behavior.
We can tell you that blackouts are still in place in multiple areas in India
That
and
too.
western
Free
Rajasthan.
speech? I've never been Mr.
In the
Free
border
Speech. You're
villages
making
of
something
Gujarat.
up.
I've
You're
never been
you're
Bhatinda,
creating a straw
Pathankot,
man.
Amritsar, Chandigarh,
You're getting
straw
Panchkula,
man.
and of course Jammu and Srinagar.
You're creating a straw man.
By the
Straw
way, his
boy.
name.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah.
Xi
campaign
Jinping,
number
no
one
fan,
fan.
number one
BSF.
fan.
The border security
Not
force
anymore.
which guards the border with Pakistan.
Okay.
And he's also in touch with the chiefs of other border guarding forces to take stock of the situation along
Oh,
the
man.
international borders. Airport security has been stepped up. 24 airports in northern and western India temporarily shut.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy.
India temporarily shuts down 24 airports. Holy fuck,
This
man. Look at all this.
is
Wait,
involving-
what? 24 airports? Damn, dude. So they're just trapped there, huh?
Situation, we are keeping track of Pakistani
Damn,
action
dude, this shit's
on
really going
multiple
down. Yeah,
locations.
hopefully, guys, I'm doing the best that I can to spread this out there, you know? So more people know what the fuck is actually going on. I mean, Asman's already doing a pretty good job at that, you know, 1.2 million, but hopefully this helps even
in
more.
India. And also what India is doing in terms of retaliation. Strikes reported in Lahore, Islamabad,
Unless be fake, they take the lights off the drones, right?
and Rawalpindi.
I don't know. I mean, my understanding
Wrap
is that
for the
like
moment,
Pakistan
but
isn't
we are
as well
tracking
funded.
this very closely for you here on First Post.
So they might
We're
not have
bringing
the same
you
type of
credible
technology.
and verified information. Do stay with us and stay safe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they're as technologically advanced. Damn, dude. Just missiles going off. Dude, this literally...
Jesus.
You know how, like, over here in the United States, whenever 4th of July happens and, you know, everybody's throwing fireworks and everybody always makes the jokes, you know, like, oh, dude, it sounds like Call of Duty, dude. It sounds like fucking war. Like, you know, it sounds like fucking, you know, we're, like, at war right now. Yeah, dude, this is literally what it be sounding like, dude. Just sirens going off, yo. Shit is scary,
Dude, the
man.
U.S. funds Pakistan? I don't know. I mean, probably if there's a terrorist organization in the world, I just
We are
assume that
tracking
we're funding them.
The escalation between India and Pakistan, and we are bringing you the latest updates. Before I tell you what is happening, I must say this. On First Post, we are not chasing speed. We are
I mean,
chasing
hey, that's. I'm pretty sure that's the fucking the demis dude, that are fighting to keep that shit. That USAID shit. A lot of people think that USAID is, you know, here to aid us. No, dude, USAID is our foreign affairs. Like us, you know, basically what he's talking about. Fucking funding terrorists and fucking, you know, doing all this bullshit that we shouldn't be fucking doing in other countries. Like, what the fuck do we care about this shit? For us to be like, what? Fuck that shit. But then when they try to take it down, you know, everybody starts bitching about it. Fucking, oh, he's trying to shut down USAID. Like, shut up, dude.
accuracy.
Shut up.
And we are only bringing you information that has been confirmed by multiple official sources. This is what has been happening over the past
Oh
few
my
minutes.
god.
Look at the chat.
Yeah, the
Pakistan
chat is
began
going
air attacks on
crazy.
Jammu. It happened around 9 p.m. India time. After that, the attacks were expanded to other north and western
Holy
cities.
shit.
What you're seeing on your screen are images from Jammu. You can see red flares in the sky. Soon it spread to other parts, Akhnur and Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir and Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Pakistani drones were seen over Punjab and Rajasthan.
Just fucking
Attempts
drones
were made to
everywhere.
strike military targets in Jammu, Pathankot and Udhampur. Also, the civilian airport in Jammu was reportedly one of the targets. India's air defense systems kicked in. Sources say the S-400 and Akash missiles were used to shoot down these projectiles that came from the Pakistani side.
God damn.
At least 8 missiles were fired from across the border on Jammu itself.
Isn't it wild
All
that
of
you're
them
watching a
were
war live?
intercepted. In response, India has
Yeah,
apparently
it
hit
actually
back
is.
at Lahore and Islamabad.
So
It's
India's
confirmed
already
this would be
attacking
very
them too.
significant. These are the initial reports that we've got, but we are waiting for an official word on this because
Holy shit.
it would mark a direct attack on Pakistan's capital.
Attacking a civilian
Back in
airport?
New Delhi, political
I'm not
huddles
sure.
are underway. The Prime Minister is being briefed by the National Security Advisor. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is also in contact with the defense chiefs. And we are seeing the impact elsewhere. The IPL match in Dharamshala has been suspended. All the players were rushed out and over 20,000 people were...
Escalation by Pakistan now once again, and will be responded to and is being responded to appropriately.
Remember, India's operation was focused on
this.
terrorists, but Pakistan is targeting civilians and military sites. They're expanding the scope of this conflict, and they're quite open about it. Today, Pakistan's defense minister gave an interview. He vowed to hit Indian military installations.
We will not hit the civilian.
Yeah, huge difference, dude. Huge difference. Like, bro, like India is only attacking specifically terrorist fucking camps and shit, and they're closing off the fucking, you know, shits around it so other people don't get involved. And these motherfuckers are actively trying to go against military installations. Like, these motherfuckers want a war, bro. What is with these people and starting wars that they can't fucking finish, man? Like, you know you're not gonna lose. That you know you're not gonna win. Like, I don't know if they keep trying to do, like, this fucking strategy where, you know, you start a war, like some masochist shit, where, like, you start a war that you know you're not going to win, and your whole goal is to try to make the whole world look at the people who you attacked as, like, the bad guys because they're defending themselves. Like, oh, look, we're so weak, even though we started this shit, but we're so weak, and, like, you know, it's like your little brother hitting you and trying to beat you up, and then when you beat the fuck out of him, he goes to your mom and he starts bitching, but he beat me up, like, dude, stop it, bro. Like, what the fuck? Stop it, little bro. You're not fooling anybody with this.
Not at all. We'll refrain from that.
I thought they already
We'll
did.
definitely hit their military installations.
Military installation.
Military installation, their bases, their forward positions on all the three control line, working boundary, and international boundary.
Military installations and forward positions will be hit by Pakistan, is what their defense minister just said. You heard him speak. And yet we showed you visuals from Jammu just a short while back, where Pakistan targeted civilian installations. They targeted Jammu city and surrounding areas.
Even worse, yeah. I mean, what do you expect from a city that would harbor fucking Osama bin Laden, dude? Like, motherfuckers are just attacking civilian population. I thought first they went from fucking, you know, not harboring these motherfuckers and not aiding these terrorists to now you're fucking so-called attacking military installations, and now you're actually just attacking the civilian population, dude. It's always like this, man. And then when they're getting fucking bombed, they want to put the victim card. I'm like, look what they're doing, dude. They're actually baby killers. They're fucking doing this and that. Shut up, dude. You literally started this with the intention to get bombed, so in that way the whole world looks at India like the bad guy for defending themselves. Like, shut up, bro.
And they targeted the civilian airport in Jammu. This is the situation in Jammu as we speak, coming under attack from Pakistani projectiles, all of which have been shot down.
I mean, it doesn't look
And
like
the
a
attack has
military
been foiled.
installation to me.
A blackout, as
Yeah,
you can
it
see, is
does
in
not
place.
look like a military installation.
S-400 defense systems are
Shit
in
literally
action,
just looks like
foiling
normal
the
people
attack
homes.
in
Doesn't, yeah.
Pakistan.
Yeah, this literally just looks like normal residence homes. Yeah, look at these people there,
Search
dude.
for
Those are all just civilians right here. No, these don't look like soldiers.
Search for Poonch. It's a civilian place that got attacked. Yeah, I know.
And
I've
that's
seen
not
that.
all. 16 civilians
Yeah.
have been killed along the line of control.
You want content?
Their houses were riddled
I
with
don't know yet.
Pakistani bullets.
You mean context?
Yet the defense minister claims that civilian population will not be targeted. The images on your screen are proof of the lies that Pakistan is peddling. I hope the world is taking note of all of this. It is not India that is expanding and escalating this conflict.
This is my first
Yeah.
opinion on this, is that there's a...
I'll actually, I don't know, dude. It's like very hard to stay neutral because it's like, dude, you know, I can't fucking hate on India for defending themselves, dude. And fucking, you know, it's like, I don't know, dude.
good chance that there could be a paramilitary terrorist organization that is in Pakistan that's taking advantage of this conflict, that's attacking civilians at the same time. That could make it look like it's the Pakistani military. And this is, again, just me being a skeptical person. I'm not saying this is what's happening.
That is a possibility,
but it's
too.
important to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's highly possible. Because, like, if I was them, wouldn't that be what you would do?
That's 100%
If you were a
what
terrorist
you wanna
organization,
do.
well, yeah, I would do that. For sure. Because that way you can escalate the
Taking it
war.
Back to the situation in
And
Jammu
that's
and
their goal.
Kashmir. A short while back, Pakistan
I
began
think.
airstrikes on the region. Swarms of drones and missiles were seen over the skies. Air raid sirens were ringing in different areas. First, Pakistan targeted locations in Jammu, then the attack shifted to Srinagar. In response, India activated its air defense system. Sources say all the drones were shot down using India's air defense guns.
We'll see if there's any more on here, too. Yeah, we haven't even had a chance to talk about the Pope yet. Holy shit.
Yeah, I still have to cover the Pope shit.
Yeah, bro, nobody's even... This is crazy. Nobody's even talking about this. How is nobody talking about this?
That's why we're talking about it.
This is
No one's
crazy.
gonna talk about it. I'll fucking talk about it.
India is on its toes. The way the situation is evolving, the Indian military is keeping its guard up. Pakistan is threatening retaliatory strikes. The armed forces are preparing for it. They're not taking any chances across land, air, and sea. The defenses are up.
The Pope, yes. Yeah, we'll look at the Pope.
Multi-layered air defense systems have been activated. Combat air patrols are underway. Frontline fighter jets are airborne, and several
that's actually
Indian
funny.
warships have been deployed.
What the fuck?
They
Holy
have been moved
crap.
to the Arabian Sea. Infantry units
7
along
Indian
the border
warships.
are stocked and fully mobilized. Even India's nuclear command is on high alert. This is the Strategic Forces
Ow,
Command.
dude, my arm is
It is maintaining a high state of readiness, not to provoke further escalation, but as a precaution. After the Balakot operation in 2019, India's armed forces strengthened their defenses.
Oh, boy.
They inducted new weapon systems.
This is
And some
escalating
of
really
them
fast.
have been in action today.
Yeah, I bet
like the
it is.
Russian-made
Oh, yeah, like,
S-400
what the
missile
fuck? They just
systems.
got
This is
fucking
a versatile
got
defense
missiles
system.
back. Why
Give me
wouldn't
one
you
second.
Can
escalate
destroy
it?
bombers, fighters, drones, and ballistic missiles, even those which are as far away as 400 kilometers. The
Isn't that a movie?
S-400
This
was
is it?
fully integrated into India's air command and control grid. This grid is automated. It is designed to defend the Indian skies. It has a wide range of weapon systems, including the S-400, and the Indian command and control grid is ready to respond. That's the military preparedness. The government, meanwhile, is covering all the bases. Prime Minister Modi chaired a special meeting today. He met with secretaries from various union ministries. The Prime Minister reviewed national preparedness. He went through detailed plans to ensure that all essential systems are up and running, especially
I mean,
those
shit,
for
I would want
emergency
them up and
response
running
and
too. Especially
communication.
for getting fucking drone striked and
In
shit.
fact, special measures have been put in place. Multiple airports have been shut as a precaution.
Yeah.
Over 24 airports have suspended commercial operations in India. Most of them are in northern India. They are close to key Air Force bases. Over 400 flights have been cancelled so far. That's around 3% of India's
Yeah, of course,
daily
because you wouldn't
flight
want some
traffic.
fucking
Airspace restrictions are in place.
terrorist entering through
if
the
you're
airport
planning
and then
to
just quickly
travel,
getting a ride to the
Do
base.
check your flight status and
Fucking
brace for
shit up.
delays, cancellations, and rescheduled flights. Yesterday, mock drills were carried out across India in 244 districts, which were deemed to be high risk. It was the largest such exercise since the 1971 war. It involved air raid sirens, blackouts,
1971 war.
rehearsals,
Yeah.
evacuation
works.
drills, and public training
They had the
sessions.
works.
This mock drill was designed for precisely such a moment. Pakistan has raised the threat levels. There is
DEFCON
every
5.
chance of an escalation. Today, S. Jaishankar warned Pakistan. He's India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar. He said that there
We're
will
at
be a
DEFCON
firm
5,
response
boys.
if Pakistan attempted another attack.
Our response
Well, I feel like David-
was targeted and measured. It is not our intention to escalate the situation. However, if there are military attacks on us, there should be no doubt that it will be met with a very, very firm response.
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh echoed those words. He met leaders from various political parties today. He briefed them about Operation Sindoor. He said the operation is
Operation
not over
Sindoor.
yet and that India does not want an escalation. Reports say that he also shared a casualty count. Around 100 terrorists in Pakistan could have been neutralized
Wow.
by India's precision strikes yesterday. 100.
Great.
That number is not confirmed though. The defense minister also added that the situation is
How many
sensitive.
civilians?
Later in the day, he gave another public statement.
ने हमेशा एक रिस्पांसिबल नेशन होने का रोल बड़े संयम से निभाया है सदैव
We act as a responsible nation, showing great patience. We support resolving disputes through dialogue.
बातचीत के जरिए से परंतु इसका अर्थ यह नहीं है कि हमारी सहनशीलता का कोई नाजायज फायदा उठाए
You just believe what the government says in regard to civilian versus terrorist death?
हमारे इस संयम का फायदा उठाने की
Why would you even say that?
उसे कल की तरह ही क्वालिटी कार्रवाई का सामना
I
करने के लिए
proactively
भी
said
पूरी तरह से
that
तैयार रहना
why aren't they announcing the civilian deaths?
So India is not backing down. There is a clear message from New Delhi to Islamabad. It has struck twice. Now Indian forces are ready to strike again. If Pakistan...
Sorry. I'm not even like, taking a side. I'm just going based off what I'm seeing, dude. And yeah, that is true, though. I don't know why they aren't showing the civilian shit. Oh, crap.
chooses the path of escalation, India's answer will be swift and strong.
It's swift and strong.
There literally aren't any. If they killed them with no civilian deaths, they would have said that. I think the implication, this is just me again. Look, this is the way I approach everything. I assume something is a lie and I work backwards to prove that it is true. That's the way I think. If you're showing only the kills of the terrorists and you're not reporting the civilian deaths, I think there's a reason for that. Oh, there's this guy.
Yeah, this is clown.
Dishonest Abe.
Dishonest Abe.
Pakistan loses, bro.
It's been 36 hours
put him
since
in the
India struck
crosshairs?
Pakistan and their losses are mounting. India has demolished 9 major terror hubs. Pakistani leaders have done the rest. By going on international news channels and completely
The
ignoring
Pakistani
themselves.
leaders have
like
done
that.
the rest.
Images and
Fuck.
sound bites tell the story. Let's start with the major terrorist facilities, Muridke and Bahawalpur. Muridke is called the nursery of terrorism, and for good reason.
The nursery of
Located
terrorism.
just 40 kilometers from Lahore, Muridke is home to the Lashkar-e-Toiba. In fact, it houses the Lashkar's beating heart, the Markaz-e-Toiba, a 200-acre fortress of fanaticism. Let that sink in. 200 acres.
Is that it now?
For a terror complex. It makes it one
Damn.
of the largest terror complexes in the world.
Not
Hundreds
That's what
of
we're calling them,
people are
terror
recruited and
complexes?
radicalized here. They are trained to kill, destroy, and die. Let me pull a satellite image for you.
Yeah.
This is the Lashkar complex in Muridke, a fully functional complex with schools.
If anybody
hospitals,
if anybody in India actually lives, or Pakistan that lives by this can confirm this, that'd be great.
That
and
was
living
bombed yesterday?
quarters.
Yeah.
Ajmal Kasab was trained here. Osama bin Laden gave money to build a mosque here.
That's the OG
It is
Terry.
clearly a hub
The OG Terry, dude. Them Terry's up in there, bro. You got them Terry's. Them Terry's gonna get you.
for terrorists.
That's the OG, man.
This is where
There he
India
It's
is.
the-
struck
he's
on
the
Wednesday.
Baba Yaga, the
Satellite
Baba
images
Yaga of
show
terrorists.
Extensive damage, especially to this complex.
Two
know that guy?
missiles were fired
Yeah.
by India in the premises we are standing, and the other 2 attacks were carried out after a brief gap.
He looks so
And,
happy.
The whole 4 attacks
Yeah,
were
he
carried out
did.
in less than 10 minutes. So 4 buildings have been demolished. One is the admin block just behind you, and the mosque behind me, and
Oh man, I just wanna fucking take a brief moment to give me 1 second. Just wanna take a brief moment right now. 1 second. Whoops. Scientist. There we go.
Warpath is a
Here we go, guys. Fucking gonna show a quick sponsor here really quick. I'm gonna fit this right in here.
unique sniper rifle objective game that lets you build your army from the ground up to complete.
Just want to say a huge thank you to the stream sponsor, fucking Warpath. Make sure to fucking download that shit. Use my link in the description below. Fucking love you guys.
missions to save the world from tyranny. This game has a ton of unique sniping puzzles to solve, which can be a very enjoyable game to stream with your community. If you like puzzle games that include intense sniping, building and managing a fort and an army, bullet time for those impressive shots, and deep storytelling, this game is definitely for you. The game also offers enjoyable features such as constructing towns and managing resources, improving your outposts to maximize resource yields, training elite troops, and tactically taking out other players to get your rewards. Warpath also offers the ability to take on other players by pitting your army against theirs. Now these battles are always intense, so make sure you bring your best troops to the fight. This game also has an alliance system which lets you create or join an alliance. This will let you assist your members with their construction for their town, as well as fighting bigger and better threats facing the world. This is a great way to get your community to jump in and play alongside of you during your sponsorship campaign. So start some in-game challenges to get your community in to engage and support your milestone goals just by playing the game. Now that's a pretty quick lowdown on Warpath, a shooter, so if any of this catches your interest, secure your seat in our sponsorship and start your journey to play a fun game for some extra cash.
All right. Thank you for bearing through that shit. Now we can get through it. Get on with it.
Additionally, 2 residences.
So you've seen the demolished structure. Now let's take you to Bahawalpur, another major terror hub. This is home to the Jaish-e-Mohammed and its founder Masood Azhar. The main target was this structure, the Markaz Jamia Masjid Subhanallah.
What does it look like now?
This is the
That
main
shit is probably
headquarters of the
fucking
Jaish.
gone now, dude.
The complex included the residence of Masood Azhar, the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack of 2008.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
The
shit.
Markaz also had training facilities where youth were indoctrinated and radicalized. You can see the sprawling facility on your screens.
This looks
and
different.
this is what it looks like after India strikes.
Okay.
There is extensive damage.
Yeah,
Fire.
you can see the hole.
to the
Yeah,
Markaz.
you can see the hole.
Yeah.
Boom!
ये धमाके हुए थे उसके बाद जो हमारे पास एमरजेंसी आई गई
The explosions, which occurred at 2:30, had led to a total of 37 emergency cases being brought to us.
इसके अलावा जो
This is a doctor from there.
की तादाद 14 थी उनमें से 8 फीमेल
Among them,
Chest
there were
trauma.
explosive-related injuries and chest trauma. Yeah, I would assume that.
3 मेल थे जिनके इंजरीज
14 people close to Masood Azhar were killed in the strike. 10
Holy
family
shit.
members
Ah.
and 4 aides. Neutralized by India.
10 family members.
One of them was
That's crazy.
Abdul Rauf
This
Azhar.
is the guy.
He
He's
is
the guy,
brother
man.
Of Masood Azhar.
Of
Rauf
course.
was the
He's the
operational
guy.
head of the
He's the man.
Jaish-e-Mohammed. He was behind
Yeah,
the
he killed that American
IC-814
journalist.
hijacking in 1999.
Yep.
He also kidnapped and killed Daniel Pearl, the American journalist from Wall Street
So
Journal.
this guy's like a career
In killing
terrorist.
Rauf, India has done the Americans a favor.
And we
Yeah.
finally
I want to
got him?
underline
Low,
this.
low key they
Through
did.
Operation
Cleaning up
Sindoor,
our
India
mess.
has
Damn.
avenged an American journalist too.
That's a rip bozo.
But I would say don't
That's
take
a
it for
rip
granted.
bozo.
Bitch.
Coming
Got
back
the
to
bits,
Murid
you
Ki
better
and
chip.
Bahawalpur, these were not random targets. Together, they represented the twin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I don't. It's like Pakistan is making it so hard not to be on India's side here, bro. Like, I don't even have a race in the horse, and even I could tell you, it's like, dude, man, what are you doing, Pakistan? You're just attacking civilians. Well, these guys are actually attacking only, you know, terrorist-affiliated locations. And showing proof, dude. They're like literally showing fucking 4K Carfax right now. They're showing us the Carfax.
Pillars of Pakistan's terror machine. Ideological radicalization in Murid Ke and operational planning in Bahawalpur.
I mean, if they actually killed him and he
India
was
struck
there,
both of
I
them
gotta
in
believe
one
India
night.
on this one. Why the fuck
it
do
was
you
quite
have
a
like a
setback to
terrorist
Pakistan's terror
MVP in your area?
This
Yeah.
Rami was not enough. There was more trouble yesterday. In Rawalpindi, a drone hit the city's cricket stadium. This was just
Yeah,
before
how did he
Pakistan
get here?
Super League match. Pakistan Super League match, which included foreign players.
Smart move
Now
by
the
India.
organizers
Yeah,
are
it
shifting
is.
the remaining matches to Karachi. Reports say some players from England are looking to leave the country.
Mm-hmm.
This will be another blow to Pakistani cricket, which is already down in the dumps. Meanwhile, airports
Down
in
in the
Lahore, Karachi
dumps.
and Sialkot remain shut.
Bro,
no
she just
flights are
talking
taking off
shit.
from there, and that means more losses for Pakistan's
Fucking
dilapidated
major
airline
shit.
industry. In the rested
Jesus.
province of Balochistan, there have been twin attacks. 14 Pakistan army soldiers were killed yesterday.
God
the Baloch
damn.
Liberation Army has claimed responsibility. So long story short, the generals in Rawalpindi are suffering one setback after another.
Oh, man.
And the so-called leaders in Islamabad are adding to their misery. Look at their defense
Wow.
minister, Khwaja Asif. Yesterday he went on CNN, the American channel, and he claimed that Pakistan had downed 5 Indian jets.
Yeah, that's what I heard
The
yesterday.
anchor asked him,
5 Indian
You know what
jets.
Asif said? He said it's all over social media. That's their source of information.
He said it's all over
media.
social media. He said,
Next time-
source, trust me, bro. Source, fucking, you know, Twi'lek Hunter on fucking X platform. That's our source. Fucking, like, Iffy Darkblade 37 on fucking, MySpace. Beef Chung 67 on fucking, on Instagram. That's their source. Like, bro, is this even, like, for real right now? Like, India's actually pulling receipts, like, military receipts and shit. Like, overhead fucking, like, 4K ray trace satellite image. And actually showing up to the location to show you exactly what the fuck they bombed or whatever. And these motherfuckers are just like, yeah, dude, Instagram, source, trust, bro.
Maybe he'll be
Like, what
quoting
the
his family
fuck?
WhatsApp group. And this is Pakistan's defense minister.
This is,
Unfortunately
yeah,
for them, there are more such specimens. Like Information Minister Ataullah Tarar. He is denying the existence of terror camps altogether. He
Oh,
says India
man, dude.
attacked...
What is this?
Pakistan has never struck first, but we have the right to self-defense.
Oh, this is the guy from
Civilians
yesterday.
have been targeted, and I have, pictures and images of women and children who are badly injured in hospital. So civilian localities,
Yep, dishonest
accommodations,
Abe.
the mosque which has been attacked.
The fact is, India did not attack Pakistan. India struck terror camps in Pakistan and it demolished the factory floor of global terrorism.
Well, if they didn't attack terror groups, then why did the bombs kill a terrorist? Like, and this is like a Steph Curry level terrorist too. Like, this guy's been in the game for years. I mean, yeah, like, how is it? How did this happen?
How did this happen? Like, let's be for real. This is actually crazy.
Nukes? I don't know. What is this, like a kill cam montage?
Yeah, this is an AMV.
Oh, God.
By now, the world knows about India's Operation Sindoor. A bold message was sent to Pakistan. Terrorism will not be tolerated. Multiple terror sites were hit. Some of them were deep inside Pakistan. So what made these strikes so precise and so devastating? Let me break it down for you. 9 terror sites were targeted by India, 5 in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir or POK, and the others were in Pakistan's Punjab. But the 2 main strikes were on Muridke and Bahawalpur.
I have to
Both
admit,
in Punjab's,
give too much credit
in
for the
Pakistan's
videos,
Punjab
yeah.
province. In Muridke, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba was hit. In Bahawalpur,
They
the
attacked their
headquarters
ports?
of Jaish-e-Mohammed was taken out. So what did India use to
So-
carry out this operation?
So there's multiple.
First, let's talk about the Air Force.
There's multiple Terry
They were at the
MVPs
heart
here.
of this mission. Frontline fighter jets
How is
like
it
the
that you're
Rafale
bombing
took
civilian
part this
places,
time.
but
They
all the
took off
Terry
from air
MVPs
bases
are
in
there?
Central and northern India. They maneuvered themselves into what is called
how did this
an
happen?
optimal firing position. Then they launched long-range
They got
missiles.
2 OGs?
Mainly the Scalp.
No, apparently it was 3.
Let me tell you about this missile. The Scalp can penetrate hardened bunkers and command posts. And this missile is stealthy. That explains how the Scalp flew undetected into Pakistan. It has a range of up to 400 kilometers.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
The
pretty
Rafales
fucked.
fired these missiles while staying in the Indian airspace. And all of this happened at 1 o'clock in the night.
Yeah, it's
Scalp
usually
hit
when
the
they do
target
the
in
bombs.
Bahawalpur in 12 minutes. The Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters were hollowed out.
How many freedom units is
I've
that?
shown you the damage.
300 miles or something like that. I don't know. Nobody knows. 180. Yeah, I don't remember. So this is the Terry
into the
headquarters.
The Terry's. This is the Terry
Missile
destruction.
penetrate structure before exploding. Damn.
These images show what the Scalp has achieved, what it's capable of. Now let's look at some of the other weapons that were used, like the hammer. And I'm not talking about the household
The
tool.
hammer. You hear that shit? She said the hammer, yo. Yes. Oh,
This one
lay
is
it
a
on me.
weapon.
Lay it fucking on me. Let's see what you have to say. The hammer.
Highly
Oh.
agile modular munition extended range.
Ah.
HAMMER.
Bro, this is so
Think of it
good.
as a smart
Yeah,
bomb,
this is
okay?
actually fire, bro. Nah, yo, India is low-key on some fire shit right now, dude. They're just bringing the receipts. They're like, dude, check out our weapons. This is exactly what we hit them with. You know, fuck you. Yo, they're like, look at their shit. Their shit is ass.
Bomb with a brain. Once it is launched, it can alter its path to reach the target. It is almost impossible to intercept.
Oh my
It
God.
has a range of up to 70 kilometers. And this bomb, too, was launched by Rafale jets. Again, from well within the Indian airspace. And it destroyed terror sites closer to India's border. So the Scalp missile and the Hammer bomb were the weapons of choice for the Air Force.
Yeah.
What about the Indian Army? They too were part of the Operation Sindoor. They struck the terror targets in POK, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. With what? Suicide
Pakistan
drones, particularly the Sky Striker. This is a loitering munition. It has a range of up to 100 kilometers. It can stay airborne for nearly 2 hours before crashing into the target.
2 hours
And it
is
is quite
crazy.
hard
That's
to
like the length of
detect.
a movie.
But do you know the best part?
It was like
of
an
the Sky
Amazon
Striker?
package.
This lethal drone is made in India by a weapons firm based in Bengaluru.
Can you imagine, dude? You just finished watching, like, Batman, and then by the time the movie's done, you just BOOM!
This is Indian innovation at its finest. Homegrown, precise, and deadly. The weapons
So they
we
didn't
just
even
told
know
you
about this one.
were a sample of the types of ammunition used. These were the tip of the sword. In the background was a silent force, electronic warfare units, Indian systems that jammed enemy radars, blinded Pakistan's tracking stations, and disrupted communication grids. The entire operation was a well-coordinated effort. The Indian Armed Forces worked together to achieve their objectives. But let's be clear, Operation Sindoor was not about weapons, it was about intent.
It really.
India targeted terrorist camps, not civilian areas, not Pakistani military
Well, yeah,
installations.
that's why they killed
The mission
terrorists.
was over in 25 minutes flat. The kind of weapons used were meant for targeted destruction. This was not an act of war. This was a mission to build deterrence with precision. It was retaliation with restraint.
Yeah.
And it was a declaration that India...
Yeah, I mean, you could say whatever you want, but, you know, they showed proof, they showed facts, you know, receipts. So it's like you could say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, that's just your opinion versus what's actually true. And they showed the truth, dude. This is actually, you know, fucking Pakistan is just out here saying, nay, nah, you dude, you. No, you. That's just literally the defense. She's like, no, you. My man is just, like their prime minister, whoever the fuck that other guy fucking dishonest day was like just out there lying, dude. Like even the existence of terrorists there. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you guys have a history of that shit. Like, bro,
red
what?
lines are real.
It's not some isolated one-off incident, bruh.
India's strikes were tactical, but their impact is strategic.
So, how are they saying that these are civilian places if they keep killing terrorists?
Today, the Sensex fell over.
How does this happen?
A drop of 0.5%. The Sensex is an index.
I mean, I don't know, man.
The Nifty also ended lower, down.
She's lying? You think the guy didn't die?
Top 50 companies.
He's actually alive the whole time? I don't know.
Strong, but they lost steam as the day wore on. By afternoon, there was a fair.
Because terrorists hide and live in civilian spaces? Well, yeah, they do. That way it makes it look worse if you attack them.
These stocks came under pressure.
So basically what they do is, this is what it seems like they're doing at least, is that they're trying to hide in civilian spaces, use people as effective human shields, go out and target other civilians, and you can't go and attack them because then there's collateral damage.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like's happening.
Oh, yeah.
It does. That's what it seemed like. I'm looking at this because it's like at the beginning, I didn't really trust the India, like, yeah, sure, right? You know, we're only attacking terrorist organizations. But how is it that you just randomly blew up 3 OG Terries? How did this happen? Well, probably because it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're trying to fucking do like this whole masochist shit where it's like, no, we're not doing anything. And then they get caught doing a thing, and it's like, oh, dude, I don't know. Like, those Terrys just happened to be there, you know? They just happened to be in that building when you killed them, you know? They were just stopping by. Shut up, dude.
wasn't a civilian fucking area.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking bet. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just use a little bit of logic here, and there it is. Yeah, what a coincidence.
India's strike is bleeding Pakistani stocks. Another index, the KSE 100, also crashed today. It fell by over 7,300 points. This is a drop of almost 7%. Since the Pahalgam attack, the KSE 100 has fallen by 13%.
Jesus.
And the KSE 30 is down by nearly 14%. Pakistani traders are waiting for tomorrow. That's when the IMF board is meeting. They will decide on Pakistan's bailout extension. Will they get more money? That decision comes tomorrow. So the markets are quite nervous. They're under immense pressure. Guess who's making the most of it? Pakistan's iron brother China. Chinese defense companies are rallying. Some of them surged by double digits. And who are these winners? Avic Chengdu is one of them. Avic is China's JF-17 and J-10 jets.
Yeah, I was about to say, of course.
Yesterday, its stock soared by 17%. Today, it rose by close to 20%. So taken together, that's a 36%.
People can't accept that. It'll expose their double standard with Israel.
Avic has gained 53%.
I don't know.
Pakistan operates both of these jets, the JF-17 and the J-10C. And China supplies nearly 82% of Pakistan's arms. So while India and Pakistan face off, Beijing's defense sector is...
So this seems like a really good, like, China's probably, this is great for China.
If there's a full-blown war, Pakistan would need more weapons.
Why are they standing there?
And it has just one
I guess
supply
it's a parade.
to turn to,
Yeah,
which is China. So if Pakistan loses any equipment in conflict, Beijing will replenish it. Possibly
that's
quickly
convenient
enough to keep the fight going.
Beijing.
And this is nothing to do with product quality or innovation. This is purely about geopolitics. Investors are chasing the momentum. It may not last.
Oh, yes,
This
geopolitics.
is at best a speculative spike.
If India threatens
a reaction to
Pakistan's
the current
existence, we will
events
make
and
sure
not
no
the
other country
fundamentals of these
survives.
companies.
No other
So
country?
how
Oh,
long
yeah?
will
They
it
think they
hold?
could take the
That
U.S.?
depends on how the
What?
border situation evolves. India and Pakistan stand.
This guy
on the
seems like
brink
an
of war.
asshole.
Investors are not waiting for escalation. They are already pricing it in.
What even?
And defense stocks are where that bet
Appears
is
to be
landing.
accurate, yeah.
Let's once again take you to the situation in Jammu
He
as
said
it
if our
develops.
existence is under
There
threat,
have
then
been
nobody
strikes
will
from the
exist.
Pakistani side.
What the
Defense
fuck?
sources saying that we are aware of an attempt and we are fully prepared to thwart what is coming from the other side. We've seen missiles, 8 missiles launched from Pakistan targeting Jammu Civil Airport, Samba,
Oh my
Arispura,
God.
Arnia, Akhnur,
Oh, shit.
Srinagar, Jaisalmer and nearby areas.
Putin said
All
the
of
same
these
thing about
project
Russia.
tiles were
Yeah, he did.
successfully intercepted by the S-400 air defense system. Multiple locations came under attack. Hoshiarpur, Pathankot. In Baramulla too, locals heard 2 explosions. In Kathua, Samba and Akhnur, which is also in
Wait, what was
Jammu.
that? Pakistan and India tensions reaching a boiling point and suddenly stopped receiving calls reminding me to extend my warranty. Oh, man, dude. That's actually so hilarious. Nah, yo, that's fucking fucked.
Jammu. And drones fired at Jaisalmer too. 8 missiles have been shot down by
Okay.
India in Jammu.
Okay.
And the target was
Nah, dude.
among the
That's
targets
so
was
fucked,
Jammu
dude.
Airport, of course, a civilian airport. The drones were successfully neutralized mid-air.
So these
through
videos are the
coordinated
ones that are
deployment of
accurate.
Advanced technologies. No damage, no casualties have been reported so far. An assessment of the situation is still on. Like I said, this is a developing situation. 8 projectiles, mostly surface-to-surface missiles, have been shot down by India's air defense mechanisms. This is the update that we have for you from Jammu. Pakistan striking
So
civilian
nobody even got
facilities yet
killed.
again in India.
It was all for nothing.
All for Nathan.
Wow.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. What a waste of money.
Dude, what
Yeah,
a
for
waste
what?
of money.
Took them down at 100% rate? Yeah. 16 killed on the borderline? Well, no, I'm saying about this area. God damn.
Jammu and parts of Rajasthan, as you can see. The emergency response system is on. Civilian airports in a lot of these places have not been operational.
Nah, dude, good shit on India though for recording and fucking pulling up all the receipts, dude. It's like they know who they're dealing with. Dude. They're like, yeah, dude, we're gonna need fucking receipts. We're gonna deal with these fuckers. They're gonna try and turn the whole world against us type shit.
Targets Jammu airport. So they're
like
trying to bomb a civilian
and air raid
airport.
sirens being heard across Jammu and
Just like
parts of
Palestine
Srinagar
trying
as
to do
well.
that shit to fucking.
That's
We're waiting for
interesting.
more updates to come in.
Israel.
These are pictures that we have from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan.
Funniest
again,
thing is
very
probably
close to the border
all our
with
tax
Pakistan.
money. It's actually China's tax money. Yeah, China has to pay for this one.
From the looks of it,
This isn't
this
as much
is
of
going
our problem.
To escalate.
And our money. Oh, yeah, a little bit, right?
8 missiles from Pakistan directed
They're targeting
at
civilians?
Satwari,
Well, that's what
Samba,
terrorists
Arispura,
do.
and Ernia,
That's what
all
terrorists do,
intercepted
yo.
It makes
and
sense.
blocked
It's a fucking
by air
terror.
defense units.
It's a goddamn terror.
And these images are eerily similar
Pakistan's attacking civilian
to
spaces.
the Hamas-style attacks on Israel.
Yeah,
These are
'cause
pictures
that's
from
what terrorists do.
Akhnoor, which also has a
Hamas.
military base. Multiple cheap rockets have been used by Pakistan. The army.
Yeah, that's
operating
good.
and
Alonzo was
behaving-
fucking saying earlier. You always say it's Hamas. You keep saying about what else do you want me to say, dude? That they're the ones causing a ruckus around the whole world. It's nobody else. Literally just Hamas and the Houthis. It's like, what the fuck else do you want me to say? You want me to say China? China? Like, yeah, fucking China's probably fucking giving these fuckers money, but they're not there. They're not involved. I mean, they are involved, but not directly. They're indirectly involved.
Like the Hamas terrorist organization. We'll bring you a report later on the show on how they've
boy.
copy-pasted the Hamas playbook.
This isn't gonna. Oh,
You
God.
remember that last month the ISA and Hamas met in Pakistan.
Oh,
occupied
no. Are
Kashmir,
they gonna start
and
supporting
we've
these
seen
guys,
a lot of
too?
similarities in how they operate since.
Oh, no. Oh, no. God, no. Not again. Free Pakistan. Yeah, get ready. Let's say squat up. Yeah,
During
holy
conflicts,
shit.
there's a lot of focus on social media. Sometimes governments tighten their grip.
Mm-hmm.
They may even curb internet access. In Pakistan, it's the
Yeah.
opposite though. For months now, Twitter or X had been shadow banned in Pakistan.
Wait, really?
Most users used a VPN to log on to X. But yesterday they
ban.
noticed a difference. X was accessible in Pakistan even without a VPN.
So you could just-
You know why? Because Pakistan wants to amplify its fake news. Yesterday we debunked some of it and we've decided to keep it going. Let me show you the first piece of Pakistani fake news. This picture claims to show a destroyed S-400
no.
defense system. In reality, this is a picture from 2023. It shows an explosion in Moscow.
Oh, man. It's
Next, we
getting
have a
called
video.
out.
This one supposedly shows slain Indian soldiers. Again,
Schizo.
totally false. This video dates back to 2011 and it doesn't show slain Indian soldiers. It shows eliminated terrorists.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
that's
pull out
it.
another example for you.
Show the video
This
themselves.
picture is supposed to show a downed Indian drone,
yeah.
apparently
Right?
somewhere in Gujranwala.
Yeah,
And
that, this,
apparently-
Again, completely wrong, false.
Oh.
This is actually. from
You
the
are
Russia-Ukraine war.
incorrect. You were so
The picture
incorrect.
dates
You didn't even
back
know
to
how
2022.
incorrect you were.
oh, God.
Another video claims to show an attack on the Amritsar airbase. You can see a massive fire in the background.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. Just like the amount of receipts that India. Nah, keep it up, dude. Keep it fucking up, yo. You guys are just going crazy right now, dude.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this is not Amritsar, nor is it an airstrike. This is actually the image of a wildfire in Chile. The same video was shared last year as well. Back then, it was supposedly showing
So they got
Iranian strike
Pakistan out
on
there
Israel.
writing fan
So
fiction?
there's a clear pattern here. The same pictures, the same
Pakistan writing
strategy, the
fan
same
fiction,
objective.
yo.
The only difference is the theater. And we've
Oh,
got more examples
jeez.
for you. A video that shows soldiers waving a white flag. Pakistani accounts say these are Indian soldiers
Right,
waving
right.
white flags.
The Indians are
Flag of
surrendering.
surrender.
Yeah. Why
Right.
would the
In fact,
Indians
it's the
surrender?
opposite. This video is from 2019. It shows Pakistani soldiers waving the white flag. Why? To recover bodies of their slain soldiers. I'll show you two more videos, both
Oh
posted
my
by the
God.
same account on X.
Bro, this
The first
woman
one
is a
appears to show the
legend.
aftermath
Yeah,
of
she's
an
just
attack.
blasting
Fires
right now.
Raging in between. You can also see some soldiers on the
She's
ground. The
cooking them?
caption
Yes.
says scenes of India's destruction.
Holy.
This is crazy.
shit.
Indian soldiers don't use this.
Why
Scenes of
amo
Indians'
It is either
moistindriu?
old or it's fake. And here's the final video.
Oh.
It claims to show an Indian drone being shot down over Lahore. We searched this image on social media. It is at least 8 days old, and it doesn't show Indian drones or Lahore. This attack happened in Ukraine. These are just some of the examples on social media. Right now, it's a flood of misinformation. Some videos may be posted out of ignorance, others have a nefarious agenda.
Oh
Whatever the reason, it is extremely
If they
dangerous. Such
unblocked
videos
X,
can spread panic. They can demoralize
They absolutely are trying to spread misinformation. Of course they are.
There are 3 things that we can do as a country that we must do.
That's
First of all,
actually
as
crazy.
users,
Crazy.
we have a responsibility. Do not believe everything you see online. Only rely on trusted sources. And if you're unsure, either fact check it or ignore it. Most importantly,
She's right.
do not forward it. Secondly, the government needs to vigorously fact check. The Press Information Bureau is doing a fairly good job. If need be, they should rope in more fact checkers. Basically, pump more resources into it, at least on a temporary basis.
Yeah.
This needs to be challenged.
Video from
And
Indonesia.
finally, the government's communication is quite important. You see, misinformation spreads when there is a vacuum, when the government is silent.
That's true.
It seems that the government is aware of this.
Yeah.
Overnight, social media was abuzz with hundreds of reports and videos. They claimed to show deadly attacks on Indian and Pakistani cities. So today, the government released a statement. Afterwards, they also briefed the media. Unlike yesterday, the Foreign Secretary also took questions today. Again, this is very important because only official information can keep misinformation at bay.
Yeah.
It's a delicate time for media houses too. We know the audience is eager for news and videos. But we can't just give you anything. On First Post, all our reports and images are verified. We source them from trusted news agents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people just act like, you know, the government is just gonna give them like all their battle tactics and battle plans and show them, you know, exact locations before it happens. Like, you know, for proof. Like, dude, are you an idiot? Do you not realize that the same people that they're trying to fight can use that same information against them? Like, and you know, strike back against them in an even worse way. They could use that to just counter them and making the whole attack, you know, useless to begin with. It's like people don't fucking think nowadays,
and government departments. And for social media clips, we double check with our sources.
Even the Taliban are telling them to calm down?
Can betray you. And that's what happened yesterday.
What?
You may remember
But
this
even
video
the
clip of the
Taliban
missile
told them to
attack.
fucking chill
It
out.
was widely played across news channels everywhere. And we got this clip from a reputed foreign
Even
news
they're saying,
agency.
guys.
What the fuck?
But later, the same agency
Dude,
retracted
chill
it.
out.
In fact, multiple agencies offered this video and then retracted it later. They claimed that the source of the video was suspect.
It was
We since tried
suspect.
to remove that content from our videos, but it shows you what the challenge is.
Oh, we saw that
Everyone
yesterday.
must be vigilant. If you're not an expert, even more so.
That's me.
Here at First Post, we will always try to do that. We won't just get you the news, we will get you the accurate news.
Holy shit. JD Vance says India versus Pakistan is none of our business. This is the way I think a lot of people feel about it. Let me see if I can find it.
India has its gripes with Pakistan. Pakistan has responded to India. What we can do is try to encourage these folks to de-escalate a little bit, but we're not going to get involved in the middle of war that's fundamentally none of our business.
We're going to cut.
Thank you.
Holy fuck.
And people be hating when we fucking do shit like this. Oh, but you gotta like trying to fucking play the world police, and then now when we're trying to fuck off, now everybody's all tight about it. It's like, dude, make up your fucking mind.
Jesus.
Cover this now from India and from Pakistan.
Jesus.
CNN's Nick Robertson is in Islamabad, Pakistan.
Yes.
CNN's Matthew Chance is in New Delhi. Nick, you visited the line of control recently. You hiked into Kashmir. What is the situation on the ground right now?
Yeah, right now along that line of control, there's intense shelling. People are beginning to flee the border area, an exodus,
Yeah, I
as
bet.
some of the locals there are describing it. So that's
I'll be
pretty
getting the
hot,
fuck
pretty
out of there as
active.
well.
JD Vance
Yeah,
describing it as
literally.
a war. That's going to sound right to those people here. In the rest of Pakistan, 29 drones over the past 24 hours came over from India. They went to Karachi in the south. 4 soldiers, 4 military personnel injured in Lahore. That's the massive city, 30 million people, just 13 miles from the border with with India.
Yeah.
And just down the road from here, 10 miles away in Rawalpindi, where there's a massive cricket tournament going on, Foreign Minister saying the stadium there was hit by one of those incoming missiles. The country's on edge. The schools are closed.
You tell me the stadium was hit by a missile? I mean, couldn't you like? Wouldn't that be like 100 people would get killed if it was a stadium that got hit by a missile?
Here in Islamabad tomorrow, major exam across the country are being cancelled in Punjab along the east of the country here, border with India, of course.
It was empty?
Schools all closed there. So there's a real feeling that this is rolling on in a way that the country has not experienced before. These drones, this is different. And as far as the sort of cross-border that Pakistani officials here are telling us about what the Indian government is saying on their side, they're saying India is mounting a phantom defense. So not just drones, not just rockets, not just artillery, not just gunfire, the war of words ratcheting up too.
And Matthew, Indian officials.
This isn't even what the Indian news is saying. Why is CNN even saying this?
Yeah. That's
CNN
crazy.
was just saying, they said, hey, we bombed terrorist installations and that's it. We're not going to bomb anybody else.
Schools.
I watched this for hours.
Yeah, that's why Trump be saying you're fake news, dude. You're fake news. Fake news.
Kashmir will be closed.
Indian news is fake news propaganda.
The next 3 days. It sounds as though India and Pakistan are prepared for the possibility of even more escalation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, it does sound like that. You're right. Schools in Punjab are going to be closed for the next few days,
Everything is
as
propaganda
are
when it
schools
disagrees with somebody.
Indian-administered Kashmir and universities
Why would
as
CNN
well.
lie? Because CNN is owned by the people that own a lot of the companies that would stand to gain if the United States got involved in one of these conflicts. And I think that media plays an active role in trying to escalate conflicts and keep the American people on their toes and worried about this stuff all the time. And so, like, for example, I think that really any time that there's any conflict, you think about it, so there's an ulterior motive and then there's a direct motive, where the direct motive is that if they can create a state of panic, more people will watch the media because they're more afraid to know what's going to happen, right? So like they're going to be paying attention more because they want to know what's going to happen next. So that's the immediate gain. And then the secondary gain is that I think that almost all mainstream media, if not all mainstream media, operates as a vehicle to escalate tensions and dial up the American people's rhetoric for different types of overseas wars in order to indirectly fund the military-industrial complex. Because the people that own these companies are the same people that have ownership and have friends that have ownership in these military companies. So that's what I think is happening. Straight up. Like, I do.
Also, the Indian government has cancelled all leave for civil servants.
You already watched 2 hours of Indian propaganda and based your whole view on that? Bro.
Is this guy for real?
The Pakistani defense minister used as a frame of...
Oh my god, I can already tell this guy's probably like a fucking Hamas supporter or some shit. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Your prime minister and the other fucking dishonest Abe literally tried to defend you guys, and they failed. They just fucking lied, dude. Like, they literally just fucking goddamn lied, like, the whole time. Like, not one. Like, they just kept denying everything. He couldn't even admit the truth. So it's like, what the fuck do you mean propaganda, bro? That's what I mean. At any time they're showing facts and receipts, and it's fucking, disproving them and showing the complete opposite of what they're saying and basically proving that they're wrong and incorrect, it's propaganda. Oh, that's what they want you to believe. It's propaganda. Like, dude, what are you talking about? What you're saying is fucking propaganda. You haven't even shown one receipt, dude. You're just like, your source is literally just, hey, dude, trust me, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Friends, to look on social media for the images of the planes that were shot down, and the images that were being posted were pictures from Ukraine. How does that, like, we literally watched the interview with them. If you came out of that interview thinking that they're not lying, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You're totally fucking delusional
100%.
if you think they weren't lying in that
He's
interview.
100% delusional.
Yeah, Pakistan just shared audio from downed planes. You can look it up. So they shared audio.
Audio, but not like
and we're
what?
supposed to assume
Yeah,
that
hey,
all
what?
of that means that these planes. Were
That's like, dude, this guy literally just fucking pulled an iDubbbz. Well, no, like the dislike ratio, that's false, dude. All these people aren't actually disliking my video. Here's a video from 2013. Look at the dislikes there. Like, what the fuck? You actual incompetent moron. Why don't you just actually show us the dislike button? Why don't you actually just show us the video of you fucking so-called destroy the fucking, you know, the Indian plane or whatever. Like, you fucking, oh my god.
crashed and everything. Really? So there's no video, right? So every single thing that happens is recorded from 7 different ways, except for this. It's bullshit.
Except for Pakistan, yeah.
It's bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna believe this. Especially after they've already had a history of making shit up. How is it that they're bombing civilians, but notable terrorists just happen to die? What is this?
Literal
How can
actual
anybody believe
fucking
this for even a second?
Clowns, dude.
In the country in preparation for what it says is a potential emergency response. And so that all gives that impression that the country is sort of bracing itself for further escalation within the past couple of hours. You mentioned it already, but you know, we were hearing these reports. We can't go there ourselves, unlike Nick over there in Pakistan. But we're hearing reports that the city of Jammu, which is one of the main cities in Indian-administered Kashmir, has been plunged into darkness. There have been explosions in the skies over the city. It's not quite clear what exactly has been going on, but there have been repeated drone strikes and aerial strikes against locations inside India, or at least reported by the Indian authorities. India has since then accused Pakistan of striking 2 military bases in Indian-administered Kashmir and one in that neighbouring state of Punjab as well. And so, yeah, you're right. Look, tensions incredibly high on both sides of the border, Jake.
Back with more in our world lead and the conflict between India and Pakistan. And joining us now, Pakistan's ambassador to the U.S.
What's this here? Indian mainstream media is CNN 2000X amplified. Don't believe shit they say. First Post is probably the only legit source of news from the media. Well, I mean, I don't believe, like, the thing is that, well, number one, that was the thing I was listening to. And number two, like, I'm going to listen to what these people are saying and then base, you know, things off of that. I think that's the smart thing to do. That's what a normal person would do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, India has evidence when they publish and Pakistan makes shit up. Yeah, it sure seems like they're making shit
That's
up.
exactly what the fuck I was saying, dude. Like, Pakistan, like, makes it hard for anybody to defend them, dude. Like, you just look like an idiot defending them. Like, you're defending somebody who can't even defend themselves, dude. Like, they can't even fucking bring receipts. You're just literally just saying shit like, hey, dude, no, you. I did this. No, you. Well, I did it. Well, you know, you turned around when I did it, so you didn't see it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Meanwhile, you know, everybody's fucking recording and shit. It's like, bro, what? What are you talking about?
Rizwan Saeed
Stop
Sheikh,
trying to
Mr.
gaslight
Ambassador,
everybody,
thank you so
dude.
much for being here. We appreciate it. So, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke separately with top officials from India and top officials from Pakistan today. The State Department says Rubio told your Prime Minister, Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, to, quote, take concrete steps to end any support for terrorist groups. This comes as India,
thank God,
is accusing Pakistan of harboring terrorist groups. What is your response?
Well, in this heavily securitized history of this region, where the two countries have actually fought 3 wars, and the history has expressed itself in a security idiom. You know, presumptuous pretexts like the Pahalgam attack having taken place from Pakistan without a shred of evidence, I think is preposterous. And nobody in this situation, in this region, which has a nuclear capability, wants to set a template of going for attacks, aggression, provocative aggression that has been taking place over the past 48 hours, actually more, started by India, escalated by India. It's the third night.
God.
Pakistan has exercised its right to self-defense, but basically this is not the kind of...
Pakistan has exercised its right to defend terrorists and harbor them in our fucking country. Boo-hoo.
Simplified version.
Fucking absolute fool, dude.
Of the security situation in the region.
Sure. I mean, how does nobody ask the question, if they were only attacking civilians, why did they just happen to kill a bunch of noteworthy terrorists?
Literally, like, what the fuck? I would have been like, so how do you explain these guys being here? Well, what was their deal here? Were they visiting their grandmas or something?
Region that I think
selling
the
tickets or
world
something?
wants to see. So whatever has to be said has to be supported by evidence.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Pakistan at the leadership level has
Right.
certainly offered to conduct impartial inquiry, independent inquiry, neutral inquiry, and we would be participating in it.
So Pakistan has called for this investigation, as you know. There's this little-known militant group or terrorist group called the Resistance Front. It's linked to Islamist extremists, Lashkar-e-Taiba, and this group claimed responsibility for the attack on social media, though local reports also say they walked it back. Do you know which group was responsible for the terrorist attack that killed 26 tourists on April 22nd?
Who knows?
In the Indian-controlled
Yeah,
part of
who
Kashmir?
fucking
Yeah,
knows?
Well,
that's
the
a good
26 tourists killed in the Indian illegally occupied part of Jammu and Kashmir were basically an attack that took place 230 kilometers plus from the line of control. So we
He's saying it was illegally occupied, as if that's a justification for asking somebody their religion and then shooting them if they give the wrong answer.
Yeah, what the
It
fuck?
doesn't really matter whether it's illegally occupied or not. The civilians there weren't the ones committing the crime. You're targeting civilians and then killing them, like, systematically based off of religious
if anything,
grounds.
you guys should be
How is
thanking
this not just
fucking
something that you can't
India for getting these
immediately
fuckers out of
condemn?
your country.
How is this hard to just immediately condemn this and say this was horrible, it was bad?
Because they're
we're
probably
working to try to make it
involved,
not
boss.
happen. It's insane.
asking for inquiry because we want to know. Why would we know? If had we known, why would we ask for inquiry?
Yeah, sure.
And just going ahead and exercising provocative aggression on an arch rival is something that Pakistan has bearing with a degree of restraint thus far. But as we were pointing out,
They're exercising aggression against an arch rival. These are you killed 26 civilians, not you, but like, you know, they what is this? Like an arch rival? Is this Pokemon? Like, what's going on?
This guy is an actual clown. That's what I'm
Notice how he
saying. They
doesn't
just
answer
make
the
it so
question
hard
asked.
to
Yeah.
try to defend them in anything, dude. And it's
that,
like
we
you're
would
asking
not
for
be
this at
the
this point.
ones going for escalation.
Ay,
India did.
ay, ay.
Now the responsibility for de-escalation is on India.
Well, I don't think so. I think that
Nah, I think it's
Pakistan
on
knew
you.
that these things were happening and they let them happen.
Yeah, you just let them
this
happen,
is what I
boss.
think. This is what seems like what's happening, right? I mean, like,
Like, if you took accountability and fucking actually did something about it before they fucking attacked you, maybe they wouldn't have attacked you. Did you ever think about that? Maybe if you actually solved the problem, actually did some investigation and fucking got these terrorists out of your fucking country, don't you think that maybe, you know, just maybe, you wouldn't have gotten bombed or attacked? Like, come on, bro. Don't fucking play this game.
don't see how you can't come to this conclusion. This is the country that housed Osama bin Laden. They had multiple other, you know, like fucking MVP, you know, career terrorists there. They get bombed, and then after they get bombed, after this terrorist attack, then you have the main generals from the Pakistani army that are at the funeral for these murdered, or not murdered, I mean, killed, in some way murdered, terrorists. Why would that even happen if they weren't working hand in hand and they didn't know each other? It's so obvious and so blatant that it's amazing that they would even try to come on and defend it.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be better just to not make any comments. Like, that's what I would do if I were them. Just don't say anything. That'd be the
There
smart
are
thing to do.
constraints on restraint. Pakistan reserves the right to respond back. There is enough pressure from our public opinion on the government to respond, and respond we will, because this aggression has been going on now for too long.
Earlier today, CNN interviewed the Indian ambassador to the United States. Take a listen to what he said.
When we did this day before yesterday, our assumption was that we have completed what we set out to do ourselves vis-a-vis the terrorists. We, from our perspective, had brought a certain finality to it, but it was, of course, subject to whether Pakistan has brought finality to it. Pakistan chose to escalate it further. Now it's duty-bound for us to respond to that.
They say they were responding to the terrorist attack that
No,
killed 26
there is no situation like responding to the terrorist attack by attacking a sovereign country. Is that a template that the international community would want to set going forward without any?
if you have terrorists there and you're working with them in the military,
and you're not doing anything about them, and you're allowing them to attack other countries and nations, yeah, expect to get fucking bombed. Are you an idiot? Is this guy an actual... Does this guy just think that sovereign means that you're just immune to all punishment? You could do whatever the fuck. It's literally just rule. This guy literally thinks it's rules for thee, not for me. What the fuck is going on with everybody thinking like this in today's day and age? Like, what? Dude, hello? Hello? Is anybody in there? Like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ay, ay, ay.
What they say. They say
yes. I mean, they can say what they want to say, but attacking Pakistan and expecting us to sit back like sacrificial lambs and not responding is something that they shouldn't even have thought of. And whatever is being done, it's the third night, has on each night been initiated by India. And Pakistan has only been responding in self-defense. Our civilians have been killed, 30 plus civilians, 57 plus casualties. What kind of terrorist infrastructure they were attacking? Civilian lives.
So there were 30. So there were 30 something civilian people that died, but then 50 something total deaths. Well, what about the other ones? Who were they?
Have been lost. Why did they attack a cricket field? Where is the terrorist infrastructure expected in a cricket field?
Is there any conversation going on at all between India and Pakistan right now?
Yeah, 30 civilians and 57 casualties. Who are the remaining 27? Yeah, like, what is this? Like,
He's just playing, like, word soup salad. Like, he's just fucking trying to get your attention to be swayed and leaving out. Like, he's just fucking telling portions of the story that fit his narrative and leaving out shit that are 100% not a part of his narrative. Like, shit that would actually change the narrative. Like, dude, you're not fucking fooling anybody by leaving out bits of information, dude. Like, India already got us covered with that. They already showed the fucking the Carfax, dude. You're fucked. You're done. You're cryptocurrency.
At the level of NSAs, but then this escalation, both in terms of the actions that have been taken and in terms of the rhetoric.
I'm so glad these guys are so bad at lying. I don't know what it is, but I'm grateful. It's really impressive, isn't it?
Like, how are you this bad
is
at
really
lying,
bad.
dude?
Like, they need to do a better job at this.
Paid to do this?
Doubt has to stop.
You're literally paid to be a liar, and you can't even do that.
From a regime that is operating on the basis of Hindutva philosophy. I mean, that is preposterous. I mean, look at the record of India. They have hegemonistic designs for the region. Whatever they have been doing in Sri Lanka, in Nepal, why is that this is the only country which has problem with every other country in the region?
Right.
Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State,
says talking about yourself, dude, because you even have problems with countries that aren't even around you, bro.
To end any
like
support
us.
for terrorist groups. You don't.
Don't
think you need to?
Well, what terrorist groups? Pakistan followed the FATF requirements. All.
Oh God! Oh, there it is, boys. Wow.
Structures that have been dismantled with a degree of finality. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten out of the grey list under the FATF arrangement. So what? I mean, without evidence, how can just you finger point?
This guy keeps saying without evidence. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, there's like a whole news reporting of just evidence. Like, what do you mean, dude? The only people who have not goddamn shown any fucking evidence here is you, goddammit! Objection!
And then start an aggression in a nuclear neighborhood. How responsible?
In a neighborhood, yeah, right. And so, okay, yeah, there's no evidence. Who knows?
Is that? I mean, and what kind of precedent we are setting?
Objection, Your Honor!
In this kind of a neighborhood situation.
Pakistan's ambassador to the United States, Rizwan Saeed Sheikh, we appreciate you coming.
So they have no responsibility to do anything for that or anything at all. Yeah, killing 26 innocent tourists as Kashmir was the escalation. Facts, India, no UN designated terrorist groups. Pakistan hosts 69 UN designated groups per NACTA. Wait, so there's 69 banned UN designated terrorist groups in there's no way there's that many, right? It's probably only like 50 or something, right? Since the beginning, they're also the victim of terrorism. Yes, sure, right? And India's problems around America's problems. Yeah, well, it's good to see that obviously J.D. Vance isn't like, I don't the way I see it is like, I don't want the U.S. to be involved in this shit.
In this
either,
shit,
right?
yeah. Like, I don't really care about this
I
stuff.
would love to move past the idea of the U.S. being the
Like,
world
stop wasting our
police. I don't
fucking
think we need
taxpayer
to
money
do
on this
that.
bullshit, dude.
And, you know, these people
That's
can
how I
solve
see
their
it.
own problems.
Like, at the end of the day, as long as you stop taking my money to fund your fucking bullshit ass wars, dude. Like, if you guys want to kill each other so badly, do that shit on your own merits. Huh? Huh? What, Bash? You want me to change your litter, guy? Sorry, my cat was like crying.
So, yeah. The point is the people that killed the civilians were Pakistani to endorse
Here, I'll
to
let
some
you
degree.
see Baja really quick.
I think that they were. I think that they were undeniably endorsed by Pakistan, because when you had people that were terrorists that got killed, you had the Pakistani military go to their funeral. I mean, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. That's the biggest red flag that you can possibly have.
Like I said before, you're
How
not
can
gonna fucking fool anybody
see
with
it
this
way?
nonsense.
I
Dude.
don't know. But that's really what it is.
Like our Sharingan can
Is
see
Pakistan
through it
kinda
all.
Giving nuclear blueprints to other nations too? What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, it's insane. Only responsibility we have is to make sure they don't use their nukes. Yeah, definitely. Pakistan is attacking civilians in India now with drones. Of course they are.
Yeah, why wouldn't they
Yeah,
be?
of course. I mean, absolutely. And so yeah, I just. And it also, by the way, it is fair to say that it's hard to know whether this is actually the military of Pakistan or a terrorist group.
But yeah, I mean, you could say that it's hard to say, but dude, who's done that? They've done that themselves because they refuse to put out any actual information. They just keep pointing fingers and saying, "Oh, no, you. No, you. You know what? This happened and this happened, and guess what? Source, trust me, dude. Just believe us. You know, Instagram is the source. You know, there are plenty of stuff on social media. You know, plenty of influencers are covering it. You know, there's plenty of proof that proves that. What do you mean, bro? You're the fucking military. You're the government. You're supposed to prove this shit. Like, show actual fucking evidence, dude. Like, what's going on here, dude? What the fuck is going on here, dude?
Looks like there's been bombings that have happened literally right fucking now. And I also want to say, guys, approach...
Did we watch this one already?
Possible purpose of...
So they have like a kinetic machine that can kind of take them down. I think I'd seen that happen before.
Okay, why don't we watch this one?
Amount of skepticism, I can almost guarantee you that some of these images that we'll look at right now will not be authentic. At least maybe one or two of these might be from something else, so we're doing our best to look at what's being displayed. But there is a chance that some of this could be inauthentic, it could be from something else, etc. But anyway, it looks like there's multiple explosions from Norkhan Air Base of Pakistan, headquarters of the Pakistan Army. Tit-for-tat action by India after Pakistan. So India is actually bombing Pakistan now. Oh shit! Here we go.
भाईजान नूर खान बेस में आके गिरा है ये
Holy fuck!
नूर खान बेस पे
Damn.
घर के सामने अभी
That was a big boom boom.
जहाज गुजरा है और ये
Big
नूर
chubby
खान
tum
बेस के
tum.
ऊपर अटैक हुआ है
Oh man, I told you guys, it's gonna be a long ass fucking video.
No, bitch. It seems that way.
Hold on, let me look for a shirt really quick. I gotta look for a
You
shirt.
know all those memes about Gandhi being aggro and civilization? Apparently that was real.
एक दूसरा ब्लास्ट भी हुआ है हमारी ये नूर खान एयर बेस पे और बहुत तेजी से ये एक और अटैक हुआ और ये आप लोग देख सकते हैं कि कितना ये काफी ज़्यादा हुआ है ये भी सेकंड ब्लास्ट हुआ है
That's what's it.
और ये
Headquarters
काफी
for the
हैवी ब्लास्ट हुआ
Pakistani
है
army.
ये अभी एक
Wow. And here's another video right here too. Islamabad. Damn. I've got to say that, you know, from all of these different images being put out at the same time of seemingly different different angles of the same thing happening, it is making me believe that this is what happened. Indian projectile successfully intercepted Norkhan Air Base in Pakistan. It fell on the airport road near the base. Look at this. This is the big one here. Take a look at this.
Damn, yeah, that shit's crazy.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine trying to drive home from work and you just see that
So
shit?
they stopped the missile before it got to the military base.
मैंने भी सोचा मैं नहीं यार तो बड़ा रिस्क है नहीं यार शायद स्पीड में हुआ वो ये उल्टा है यहाँ पे मेरे सामने उल्टा है तेजी होके उलट गया वो तेजी से निकला है
I gotta say again that we really have to think about, you know, especially if we're like, you know, if any of you guys are from America, how big of a privilege it is that we live in a country where this shit just never happens, right?
It's not gonna happen either.
Like it's like one of those like peace of mind things that like you and I probably never even consider, but like this is fucking terrifying. Yet, yeah, hopefully it stays that way, right? And it now appears Indian missiles have landed on a road near Pakistan's base, so they shot down the missile maybe. Visual confirmation of the strike on Noon Air Base. Multiple massive explosions heard. So that's at the base? Ooh. Damn. Wow.
Holy shit, yo, that sounded insane.
Oh shit.
So the missile just landed just fine? Well, it probably, no. I think what happened is that the missile, it got shot down and it didn't actually hit its original location that it was intended for. Jesus. The sound delay makes it more real? Yeah.
Holy fuck. Yeah, this is pretty crazy, dude. I wouldn't want to be on
they're both testing
like in a
out each
country
other's anti-missile
where this
tech.
is like a
It's a
normal occurrence
prerequisite for
type
all
thing, you know?
of
Like you don't even know when your peace, your everyday life could just be gone, you know, in an instant.
Jesus. This is the same one as before.
ये भी मिसाइल गिरा
The missile dropped there.
इसके बैक साइड पे और बहुत ही ऊंची
Oh my
आवाज है
God.
बहुत ही ऊंची आवाज है ये जस्ट अभी ये मिसाइल गिरा ये भी मिसाइल गिरा
पे ये चिकलाला एयरबेस पे इन्होंने फेंका
Shit.
ये एक कोर
Shot down missiles do not,
Second, I thought my camera
do not
froze.
explode in the ground, but in the air.
Well, they're supposed to explode. They're technically supposed to explode. Like, if this is the ground, they're technically supposed to explode, like, right here. So in that way, when it explodes, you know, the blast radius is what does it, you know. Because if it explodes, like, on the ground will, like, negate some of the force of the explosion.
That's a good point. I don't know enough about that to... Like,
That's why it's like
sounds
specific
like,
people
it
who are in charge of
depends,
doing
right?
bombing runs.
Yeah,
What
it probably depends, right? But I think you bring up a good point. Let me see here if there's any more of this. Damn.
Yeah, that shit's pretty fucking wild, man.
Damn.
I just couldn't fucking... I'd probably start bugging the fuck out, dude. Like, oh shit! Ah!
Exactly, it's they're both probing each other's defenses and responses. Also, when enemy units scramble, they give the locations, capabilities, etc. Is there a confirmation that this was indeed India's missile or Pakistan terror attack on purpose to integrate the war more? I would assume that with a missile that is... Like, a lot of terrorist organizations don't have access to ballistic missiles in this way. Like, maybe a handful of them
I don't
do,
know. You'd be
but, like,
surprised.
a local Pakistani insurgency group probably doesn't have access to a missile like
Well, you're
this.
probably right, though, Asman.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
think
I
it was
couldn't tell
India.
you.
Yeah, I would say it probably would be India. You'd be surprised. They do. Some of you guys are saying that they do. They could be government backed.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. It wouldn't
How
be
about this? I think it was probably
far
India,
beyond me.
But there's a possibility that they could have done it as a false flag. Sure, it's possible. Norcon Air Base hitting Rampali. Holy fuck. India carried out the strikes. Yeah, there it is.
Gaijin.
God fucking damn. And it also does, it seems like this is getting confirmed more and more. Like, more people are like saying this is actually happening. The missile travels at 2.8 speed, 2.8 times the speed of sound. Missiles can be intercepted via jamming, so it explains why it hit the ground. Yeah, again, I'm not a fucking missile expert, right? I have no idea. Indian missile strikes seem to have struck at least one Pakistani sea. Oh, wow. So they actually hit one of their transports? Damn.
Damn, dude, my fucking gaming chair is so uncomfortable.
Bro, why do you think there's so much war in the world? Why can't people just eat food and chill? I think the reason why you're seeing so many wars happen.
I've always had like the idea where like if you're gonna fight a war, I feel like it should be done with Nerf guns, and that way nobody dies, and then you know, incites more revenge. So that way, if you have like a disagreement, you could just settle it with Nerf guns, and that'd be the end of it. You know, nobody gets hurt, nobody dies. You know.
Happen right now
paintball
is
guns.
Probably because you have better video
Or
cameras
fuck it,
and
just
better
have the two
video
leaders of the
footage
nation just box
that
it out.
gives people the
Like
ability
in a ring.
to access it as much as possible. I think that's probably the biggest reason why. And I think that things like this have been happening probably for like dozens of years. Like think about, for example, like all the movies we watched whenever we were like, you know, teenagers about like different random like wars that are happening in Africa. But because nobody over there had iPhones to record the wars happening, we thought everything was just pretty much whatever. So yeah, shit's always been happening. Yeah, definitely. Give me my second. My dad's calling me. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
और एक गाड़ी बड़ी गलत गुजरी है, बच गई, शुक्र है। जब गिरा ना आग लगी, गाड़ी गुजर गई ये। मैंने भी सोचा
You're on speaker. You're on speaker. Yeah.
I think we did see some of these already.
But all around the explosives are projectiles.
Oh yeah, with shrapnel. Yeah.
So if it hits the ground, how much of that shrapnel goes into the ground?
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's supposed to be above
why
ground.
You use an aerial explosion is either to do that, or there's another way of making rounds, rounds or rockets.
Yeah.
That the explosive causes a great deal of concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Usually primarily by putting in more explosive, because you don't have to use the room for the flechettes or whatever they're using for shrapnel.
Yeah.
So a concussion, by sending that into...
This is funny, you just had... Oh, my
city,
voice is cracked again, oh my god.
could knock
This is
down
kind of funny, just having Asmon's dad just call in to explain everything. He's like Morgan Freeman.
Well, I don't think they're at that level yet. I think that this was yeah.
These are ground hitting.
This is ground beef.
और एक गाड़ी बड़ी गलत गुजरी है, बच गई, शुक्र है। जब गिरा ना आग लगी, गाड़ी गुजर गई ये। मैंने भी सोचा मैं बेगा नहीं
Yeah.
Look at the area that they're doing it in. What's there? Nothing.
It's an air base. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it was an air base, and so what are you gonna do? Set off an aerial explosion to
और एक
try to
गाड़ी
get
बड़ी गलत गुजरी है, बच
the
गई,
troops
शुक्र है।
to
जब गिरा
the
ना
fucking roof of their barracks or whatever the fuck. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
What do you get? 100 guys? That's nothing. I mean, so that's that. And earlier when you showed the parade with
The Russian parade. Yeah.
Russian parade, yeah. Oh, 18, whatever his name is, the Chinese emperor.
The Chinese emperor.
That he wants to form, and I looked for it on the paper this morning. I
Yeah.
seen it on TV.
The jar.
Wants to form a steel bond with Russia.
Yeah, I think this is just like showing
By train, and it takes them like 3 or 4 days to get there.
like all the bombings and shit for the most part.
Yeah.
Takes them to. I read that about when he went to Moscow before.
All right. Thanks for letting me know. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
All right,
Yo, bye.
Yo, bye-bye.
Yeah, my dad was in the military, and so he, OG Terry's, yeah, the OG Terry's, and
the
wow,
OG. Wait, whoa,
they've got a lot of OG Terry's. He's
a lot of OG
is Kim
Terry's,
by the way. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was obvious, but
Terry's,
yeah,
they've got
Terry's,
right?
and there it is.
I'm
definitely OG Terry's, yeah, the OG Terry's, and wow,
the OG terroristas.
At least like a lot of people don't really seem like they're getting attacked, right? Or like there's not really anybody that's died, which is good. It doesn't really seem like there's any casualties, etc. But yeah, OG Terry's crazy. Oh, you know, we like to have a little bit of fun. What can I say? But yeah, there it is. Anyway, I'm really not surprised by seeing this happen. I think it's going to probably continue, and you know, it seems like it's just ongoing at this point. It's just they're just doing more and more and more of it. So I don't know when this is going to stop, if this is going to stop. I mean, yeah, we should expect victims. Yeah, well, either way, it's good that there aren't any. I mean, you know, either, you know, Pakistani or Indian. I mean, let's be fucking honest. Most of the people.
The drone debris is being undertaken. Preliminary reports suggest them to be of Aziz Guard Songa drone of Turkey.
So Turkey's giving Pakistan drones to attack civilians? Huh. Really not beating the terrorism allegations, are
Yeah,
they?
it's like they're just not helping themselves, dude. It's like they just want... Oh,
and this
man.
is the same. This is Erdogan. This is the same Erdogan that put his political opponent in jail and then removed his degree in order to make it to where he couldn't run against him. That's correct. This is
Yeah,
the
what a
same
great guy, dude. What an awesome guy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So they've got a really, they've got a really good thing going on over there, right?
Yeah.
What a bunch
an
of pieces
awesome
of shit.
guy.
Jesus. So he did that like 10 times? Well, Pakistan, they had a bunch of protests. I don't know what happened with that. I'm gonna move this up so you guys can read it. It's hard to know how big that is.
What's up, little chef?
Protest, not Pakistan? Yeah, did I say Pakistan? I didn't mean to.
Drone intrusions were attempted from Leh to Sir Creek at 36 locations with approximately 300 to 400 drones. Indian Armed Forces brought down a number of these drones using kinetic and non-kinetic means. The possible purpose of...
So they have like a kinetic machine that can kind of take them down? I think I'd seen that happen before.
These large-scale aerial intrusions were to test the AD systems and gather intelligence.
I think that actually brings up a really, like, I think she's right about that.
Wait, what?
That it actually, like, as this same thing people in the chat were saying, is that it's not even, the goal isn't even to kill people, it's to
just
basically
cash app
test
it to me. I'll
their,
probably
like,
go get
test
it
what
from
their
Stoker
capabilities are
before
and,
I
like,
come
how
get
they
you.
can counteract them.
Examination of the drone debris
Yeah, for, like,
is
information.
being undertaken.
Alright, dude.
Preliminary reports suggest them to be of Aziz Guard Songa drone of Turkey. Later in the night, an armed
I'm about to be
UAV
done.
of Pakistan attempted to target Bhatinda
Copy.
military station, which was detected and neutralized. In response to the Pakistani attack, armed drones were launched at 4 air defense sites in Pakistan. One of the drones was able to destroy an AD radar. Pakistan also carried out artillery shelling across the line of control using heavy caliber artillery guns and armed drones at Kandahar, Uri, Poonch, Mendhar, Rajouri, Akhnur and Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir area.
Wow.
Which resulted in some losses and injuries to Indian Army personnel. Pakistan Army also suffered major losses in Indian retaliatory fire.
They're really popping off? Yeah, they are.
100%.
Wow.
Simple. This narrative war is all about perception. If you cannot tell and defend your story, someone else will twist it and write it for you.
Exactly what these
that's
guys
what
are doing.
India's diplomats are doing. They are defending India's story.
Yeah, this is
Now
all the
let's look at the other side of the border,
fake
which is
shit.
quite chaotic, I must tell you. Pakistan has no dearth of top.
Yeah, that's all the stuff that we saw before. see what this is.
Pakistan's defense minister humiliated on CNN after failing to provide proof on downed Indian jets. Okay, here we go.
Pakistan's Defense Minister Khawaja Mohammad Asif was humiliated in the global media after he failed to provide evidence of his claim that Pakistan shot down 5 Indian jets and a drone in retaliation to India's Kashmir.
You've just brought up the fact that India lost some fighter jets, so let's be quite clear about this. Pakistan claims it shot down 5 Indian Air Force jets and a drone, as I understand it. India says there's no evidence of that, no proof. So can you provide more detail? Hold on. Can you provide more detail? And is this the response that your army spokesman threatened, or is there further action to come? Let's start with this very specific allegation of 5 fighter jets shot down.
So they're saying that they shot down 5 Indian fighter jets, and this is the thing that apparently was total bullshit.
Evidence for that, sir?
It's all over the social media, on Indian social media, not on our social media. The debris of these jets fell into Indian occupied Kashmir.
So they found it on. So it was on. I mean, if you're the defense minister, I don't understand this. Like, wouldn't you know better than social media? Like,
it's all over Indian media today.
You're the defense
and they have admitted their media has.
The reason to talk to you today, sir, is not to talk about content all over social media. I'm sorry. It's not to talk about content all over social media. I'm asking you very specifically.
Oh, God.
Online commentators blasted the misstep with this person.
They are relying on social media as a source of information about what their own military is doing? What the fuck is going on?
Saying they are relying on social media as the source of information about what their own military has done. Wow. This commentator agreed, saying a laughing comedy show is going on. Who has made him the defense minister of Pakistan?
That's a good question.
And the situation was made even more bizarre after it was revealed that CNN published an article saying French intelligence confirmed Pakistan downed the French-made Rafale warplane that was being used by the Indian military.
Finishing up this video, and I'm gonna go meet Skoka and Danny. Danny says he has work, so he wants to know if he could link earlier. At night.
I don't even have the controller found yet, so I gotta fucking find that shit.
You're a clown.
It was fake, despite the world's media reporting on the downed craft. The alleged retaliatory strikes.
Well, I mean, can't you just figure out if it's fake instantaneously by looking for news articles that were posted?
Well, he has work at midnight, just like Ryan.
Like, I mean, isn't this like instantly easy to find whether it's fake or not?
Well, I told him you said 5.
I mean, I don't even understand. How is this even like? How is this even a conversation? Yeah, you
said,
use
yeah,
Google Lens. You could just go and reverse image search.
I don't know.
There's a million ways to do this.
Word. Well,
by Pakistan came
so
up
20-minute investigation.
We might need
tops.
some buns. Actually,
It's
we
like
definitely
2
need buns.
minutes.
And
because like people do this all the time.
I haven't checked the cheese. But we have the Glicks, we have
what
that
they referred
sausage
to as
bullshit.
terrorist locations in Pakistan-held Kashmir yesterday.
So this one, I think, apparently was fake as well.
Text Ryan, see if he could bring buns.
And the intensification of this conflict is making the world very nervous because both nations have nuclear weapons, says podcaster Patrick Bet-David.
Why don't you tell me the Islamic Kalima? They don't have it. Boom, kill them. Now, why does this matter? Because when you think about the top countries in the world with the most nuclear arsenal, you know where Pakistan and India are? Neck and neck. 1/6 place, which is India with 172. The other is 170. And by the way,
2 more
do
nukes.
you know how a Pakistani official just responded to Al Jazeera named Faisal Kundi? You know what he said about nuclear weapons? Listen to this. Our nuclear bombs are not meant to be displayed in museums.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
we will use them if attacked by
Do you
India.
fucking hear this guy saying the ultimate taboo, dude? Fucking saying that he's gonna use nuclear weapons if fucking attacked by India. It's like this guy wants to be deleted off the map by the entire world, dude. Like, you stating that you'll use the fucking nukes against fucking anybody if they fucking do blah blah blah, like, bro. If you can't defend yourself just without risking the entire planet, dude, just say that, because then that way you'll get deleted off the map first. Like, what?
All is fair in love and in war. He said this on April 30th. Today's the attack by India. This could escalate like this. And the reason why this has happened, a lot of people are talking about going back to, hey, when you think about, is this like a World War III possibility? Because we can't have those two guys go at it. Or it's more like Cold War.
What about buns for the burgers?
Communism, and they were.
Maybe we'll get those, if anything. So maybe he'll bring something else.
Behind all the Korean War, Vietnam War, all the.
I mean, what are you doing? You want to get scooped, dude?
I just told you what I'm doing, bro. I need to find this fucking.
Oh, yeah, some of the war that was happening with
the Pakistani army has no association with terrorism. Why are they risking war with India over the elimination of a bunch of terrorists? If the Pakistani army has no association with terrorism, then why are Pakistani army generals at funerals for terrorists?
I'll see what I can grab. I'm at the gym right now.
I mean, this is an interesting question. But it's not really a question.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the answer to this question. It's obvious.
Iran-Contra, they're behind of it? Or is this more like, in this situation, China's behind everything because they're instigating Pakistan? Is U.S. all of a sudden going to get involved with this? Russia's kind of involved because they got a very good relationship with India. 60% of the military equipment that India uses, they bought from Russia, and 40% of the oil that Russia sells, India is the customer. So there's a very interesting dynamic going on here.
CNN reporter Nick Robertson agrees, explaining Pakistan's government are not letting this go.
Yeah, we've heard a lot from government officials today, defense minister, the military officials speaking, and the prime minister. And the prime minister been on TV quite a lot, having a meeting with his National Security Committee, speaking to Parliament. But he gave an address to the nation a couple of hours ago. It was pretty kind of emotive stuff. And it was very clear. This is still headed
to... If they have no connection to terrorists, they should help India investigate them.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it would logically make sense that if you have a terrorist cell in your country,
they should be thanking them.
You would want to...
They're doing it out for them.
If it's a terrorist cell that is dangerous, then it would logically make sense that the highest level of risk would be the people that are around that cell in your country. Like, they're the ones that are the immediate risk. I mean, maybe that's just me.
The very clear potential for escalation. He said, India has to pay. The blood of our martyrs will be avenged. So basically...
What? Our martyrs? Well, does...
at a time and a place of our choosing.
Do they have, like, I mean, because usually, I mean, with a lot of these things, like, there's like a group chat or something where they all like put communication together so they don't contradict each other.
So you're saying that you condone these terrorists? Yeah, like what? Are they terrorists? Are they martyrs? Like, you don't even know what you're saying, dude. This guy's just saying anything. It's like, make up your fucking mind, dude.
That's pretty much the language the military here are using as well. The defense minister did say today that he wants to avoid an escalation, and although everything seems quiet tonight, and it is at the moment...
Is it possible they don't view these dudes as terrorists? There's no way, right?
No, they are.
Then they would say that. I mean, they would say that, well, these aren't terrorists, they're
not terrorists,
but they're not even acknowledging... Like, I mean, maybe that's it, but I don't know.
I think the country is on tenterhooks. There's been increased shelling across the line of control, that de facto border between the Indian and Pakistani bits of Kashmir. India says that 12 civilians have been killed on their side, dozens of others injured. And after the sort of dust settled in the overnight attack, which was just over 24 hours ago now, Pakistani officials say that 31 people were killed, and among them women and children, and dozens of others injured.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Everyone now has a clear picture of what happened, and Pakistan's laid out its position, and it does seem to be a question of their move next.
Nick, it seems pretty fucking obvious what's happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
honestly, dude, you know, it's just like I've been saying, dude. These people keep trying to play rules for thee, not for me. It's not gonna work. You're not fooling anybody. It's all fake news. You're not fooling us all. Okay? Even if you try, you're not gonna do it. Like, instead of actually showing us the Carfax and shit, they just, like, they dig themselves deeper into the hole, dude. Like, if you don't want everybody to think that you're aiding and abetting terrorists, then just show us the proof. As a matter of fact, you should be thanking and helping India for getting these fuckers out of your country. But no, you're fucking condoning this shit and you're supporting this shit. So it's like, I don't know, man. Anyways, this video's been fucking way long enough. I will see you guys in the next one. There's definitely gonna be probably a next one. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. It may not be about this shit. It may not. Fucking alright, guys. Fucking peace.